Before I came here, I lived at Mont Albert North, which is just down the road really. When my wife died, living on your own and there's nothing, in a big empty house, big garden. The neighbours were marvellous, they were, but I was a widower to finish. My children had left and they were living their own lives and had their own families. I'm lucky that my daughter would visit me each Sunday, and my son would call in and see me usually on a Friday night on his way home, so I wasn't deserted by the family. When I decided, to look at a few retirement villages, and I went to places where friends of mine, little bowlers and that, and checked them out. Some were too old. Some of the places were pretty old, Jean Grimlington lived here, which she was the widow of a chap I bowled with, and he was a champion. And so she was. And so I came and talked to her, and she said, I'll take you around the place and you make up your own mind. After I'd already looked at various places. But in Campbell, some in Campbell were very nice. Some of them are very nice. But after Jean took me around, we sat down and had a cup of coffee downstairs, and this looks like a pretty good place because, friendly places and all that sort of thing. So that decided me. Well, it was a nice place, and it's got a bowling rink as one thing, which is an asset that a lot of the places haven't got. Some might have pools and things like that. Because I bowl on a Saturday in Pennant, and often on a Wednesday in just social bowls. Hop on the bus and you can be in shopping town in 10 minutes, having to drive there and fiddle about getting parking and all that sort of thing. And there's a gymnasium there where I'd been going to the gymnasium at Box Hill 2 or 3 times a week. Now I walk round the corner. It's there. So that's another asset. So you've got to consider all those things. Because, I'm 88. So I'm not getting any younger, and so as long as you can keep exercising and that sort of thing, I think you can keep pretty fit. I just like the apartment. I just like being there. And I look out on my own garden, and I wanted a bit of garden just because I was very keen, and I could grow a few vegetables and things there. It's enough for me. And of course, being a returned serviceman, you get looked over after better. Like, they arrange for people to come round and clean the place. Like, a lady comes in every fortnight and cleans it through. Like, now, me getting down and scrubbing the shower floor, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't. It's good because you know that you sleep in your bed and you know that the front gate is locked and there's a fence around it, and so you've got no worries. Like, I was in the Air Force and I was only a youngster then. Like, went overseas when I was 19, and there can be conflict. Living in a tent with, close proximity all the time. We weren't only fighting the enemy. Mad, isn't it? Actually. But as you get older, you're more settled. Being older people, they're more tolerable, tolerate you, all problems and things like that, I feel. I then found out that another lady that I bowl with, she just lives around the corner here. So we go out together quite a bit. So I've got, dates laid on. So you can't complain, can you? Now, really? Don't just vegetate. I suppose you could always convince yourself that you're old, couldn't you? You're not. You're not. And when Jean Greenington took me around, and we looked at the whole place, and we sat down and had a cup of coffee, and then he finished, I said, tell me, what don't you like about the place? She said, I can't think of a thing, and neither can I. Yeah. So I feel I'm a lucky man. There's a lot of people, when they're left on their own, they're deserted, I'm afraid, So, no, I don't know why, but I just feel that I'm lucky.